You ever experience that strange feeling when someone who once walked away from your life suddenly finds their way back? You might be left wondering, is it fate? Is it just coincidence, or is there something more at play here? Something deeper and more intentional? Well, I can tell you right now it's not about fate, and it's definitely not about luck. What we're talking about today is strategy, but not the manipulative kind that's often portrayed in movies and TV shows. No, this is a strategy rooted in something far more powerful: self-respect, emotional control, and quiet confidence. Imagine a world where you don't have to chase anyone for attention, where your worth isn't something you need to prove or constantly seek validation for. In fact, this Stoic strategy doesn't require you to beg or plead, quite the opposite. It's about finding your own balance, understanding your own value, and living with an emotional composure that others can't help but be drawn to. This is the kind of magnetic attraction that doesn't need force. It doesn't need desperation. It simply needs presence and inner peace. Here's the twist. You won't have to chase them. Show your vulnerability on display or engage in any games instead. By mastering the Stoic approach, you'll have them coming back to you. Why? Because the moment you stop chasing, you stop being needy. You become something rare. Someone who knows their worth and isn't afraid to live by it. It's this subtle shift that will not only make them miss you, but will also make them want to come back to you like a magnet bee. So, stick around, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly how to unlock the ultimate Stoic relationship strategy that makes you unforgettable. This is the kind of wisdom that will change the way you approach relationships and will have others coming to you, not because you're asking for their attention, but because you've mastered the art of becoming someone who can't be ignored. Master emotional detachment. One of the most powerful yet misunderstood concepts in Stoic philosophy is emotional detachment. But let's be clear. It doesn't mean cutting off your feelings or becoming emotionally cold. It's about understanding and controlling your emotions, not letting them control you. It's about developing the mental strength to separate your sense of self-worth from external validation, including from those around you. When you master emotional detachment, you essentially stop seeking approval from others. The reason why this is so important in relationships is that when we become emotionally attached to someone's reactions or opinions, we create a form of dependency. You become dependent on how they feel about you, to feel good about yourself. And guess what? People can sense that dependency. They sense neediness, and unfortunately, neediness often pushes people away. Emotional detachment helps you break free from this cycle. It empowers you to not feel swayed by someone's absence or silence, because you know that your peace comes from within, not from the validation of others. The Stoics knew this truth well. They believed that the key to true happiness and inner peace is learning to control your emotions, not letting them control you. When you let go of your attachment to another person's behavior, you take back control of your own emotional state. This shift is magnetic. The more you're able to emotionally detach, the more you radiate a sense of calm and self-respect. You stop being reactive and unpredictable in your relationships, and instead you become someone others. Respect. This emotional independence doesn't make you cold. It makes you strong, poised, and unshaken by external forces. And when people see that strength, they're naturally drawn back to you, not because you need them, but because you've become someone they want to be around. Mastering emotional detachment is one of the most powerful tools for attracting and keeping the attention of those who might have walked away. It shows them that your value isn't tied to their presence. It's something that you carry within yourself. 2. Focus on your purpose. One of the most powerful tools in the Stoic toolkit is the unwavering focus on your purpose. This isn't just about having a goal. It's about living with intentionality. People who chase others often fall into the trap of living for validation. They become dependent on external attention to feel worthy or validated. The truth is, this is not only exhausting, it's also a sure way to lose your power in a relationship when you're deeply focused on your own purpose. Whether that's advancing in your career, working on personal growth, or pursuing a passion, you create a sense of magnetism. Purpose gives you direction, and direction gives you confidence, and confidence, it's the most attractive trait there is. Think about it. When was the last time you were genuinely drawn to someone who seemed lost, aimless, or constantly looking for approval. Probably never, on the other hand. You've undoubtedly found yourself captivated by individuals who have a clear sense of who they are and where they're going. It's a quiet, yet undeniable power. People don't want to be with someone who is constantly seeking their attention or approval. That's draining. But someone who is so caught up in their own journey that they don't need anyone to complete them. That's magnetic. When you make your life about your goals and your development, others start to notice. They'll see that you're not waiting around for their validation or attention. You're busy doing something important. This leaves them wondering why they're not part of your world. They'll return, not because you asked for it, but because they want to be around someone who is living a fulfilling, driven life. So focus on what drives you. Your purpose will pull them in when they see how fulfilled and focused you are. Silence speaks louder than words in today's world. We're constantly encouraged to voice our opinions, express our feelings, and ensure our presence is known. But sometimes the most powerful thing you can do in any relationship is say nothing at all. Yes, silence. True intentional silence holds a strength that words can never match. You might be wondering, how can silence help me in a relationship? The answer lies in the concept of emotional control. The Stoics teach us that we should not be slaves to our emotions, but rather masters of them. When someone distances themselves or withdraws from you, it's natural to feel the urge to chase them, send messages, or express how much you miss them. But here's the catch: doing this signals a lack of control and a dependence on external validation. When you remain silent, you communicate something far more profound than words. Ever could you communicate that you are at peace, regardless of their actions? This silence isn't about punishing the other person or playing games. It's about showing them that your value doesn't fluctuate based on their behavior. You create a sense of mystery and space, which is extremely attractive. People are drawn to individuals who are emotionally grounded and who don't feel the need to overshare or constantly reassure others of their worth. Moreover, silence often forces the other person to reflect on their own actions and feelings without the distraction of constant communication. They're left with their thoughts, and this is when they start to realize the impact of their absence. They begin to feel the void left by your presence, and eventually they will wonder if they've made a mistake. The magic of silence is that it allows you to hold your ground, maintain your dignity, and let the other person come to you, not because you begged, but because you've become someone worth coming back to. For consistent self-improvement, self-improvement is the foundation of attracting not just anyone, but the right kind of person. But here's the catch. It's not about improving yourself to win someone's approval or affection. That's not the Stoic approach. True self-improvement comes from a place of inner desire to become better for yourself, not for others. Imagine this every time you take a step toward improving yourself. Whether it's learning a new skill, enhancing your physical health, or even reading a new book, you are telling the world, I am worthy of the best life has to offer, and I am continuously striving for greatness. This silent commitment to growth is incredibly attractive. People are drawn to those who challenge themselves, who push their limits, and who aim to evolve constantly. What's even more powerful? It's the fact that when you stop focusing on impressing others, and instead focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you become irresistible. The right people notice your transformation, not because you're trying to change for them, but because you've decided to invest in your own journey. This creates an aura of authenticity that's impossible to ignore. The Stoics teach us that the only person we should compare ourselves to is the person we were yesterday. So what can you do today that your future self will thank you for, whether it's picking up a new hobby, refining your professional skills, or simply working on your mindset and emotional discipline? Every small improvement counts when you focus on your own progress. You stop needing validation from anyone else, and as you grow into your best self, those who might have once overlooked you will suddenly see your value. Your transformation will draw them back to you, not because you've changed for them, but because they're finally seeing the version of you that was always meant to shine. 5. Be unshakable in your peace. In a world where emotions often dictate our actions, the true Stoic finds peace not in external circumstances but within themselves. One of the most powerful traits you can develop is the ability to remain unshakable in your inner peace. No matter what the world throws at you, when you learn to protect your emotional state and not let it be dictated by the actions or opinions of others, you become someone who is deeply rooted in calmness, someone who can't easily be disturbed or influenced by drama, stress, or negativity. This is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can possess because it shows that you have mastered your own reactions. People are drawn to those who are not easily rattled. Especially in moments of tension or uncertainty, they'll come to you not only because they admire your ability to stay calm, but because they are subconsciously searching for stability in a world that is constantly in flux. When your peace is unshakable, others begin to see you as a pillar of strength, someone they can rely on when everything around them seems to be falling apart. But achieving this peace takes practice. It requires an awareness of your own emotions and the ability to step back in moments of stress instead of reacting impulsively. The Stoic pauses, reflects, and chooses their response carefully. They understand that external events, whether it's a disagreement with a partner, a challenge at work, or any form of conflict, do not have the power to control their inner world, unless they allow it. The more you embody this sense of inner peace, the more others will notice. And here's the beauty of it. Once you become a source of calm and composure, you stop needing external validation or approval. Your confidence, your quiet strength, and your ability to remain grounded are the things that draw others in and make them return to you time and time again. Remember, you can't control who stays or who leaves, but you can control how you show up in the world. When you embody emotional detachment, focus on your purpose, and stay grounded in self-improvement, they won't just miss you, they'll return drawn to the magnetic energy you radiate. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe to Mindful Stoicism for more transformative insights, and tell me in the comments, what's one Stoic principle you're going to apply to your relationships today? Let's grow together.